So you're in Cambodia right now.
We are.
And can you just tell me how you ended up in Cambodia?
Sure.
Kind of like a short version, because I know it's a
Yeah.
long story.
So Minako and I met in university. We were both in the IT industry and made our career out of IT for many years. But later in life, I became a believer. Minako was a believer from age 5, and I became a believer at age 35. And that started us on a journey of considering what God wanted us to do with our lives.
We were feeling empty while we were working in IT, and life just felt a little meaningless. And so we went on our first mission trip in 2000, and that's where we were just wowed by, just what God was doing in other places in the world, and we just felt like we wanted to be a part of it. And so we came back from that trip, and we started making changes in our lives. We quit our jobs. We went to Bible college. We sold our bigger house and moved into a smaller house.
Mm-hmm.
We moved our kids when they were in grade 11.
And we moved to Japan, where we met.
And that's where we met, yeah. And so and that was all in Calgary. You're from Calgary?
That's correct, yeah.
And now you're doing, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, you mentioned, business for transformation, like B4T. And so you're workers with the Christian Missionary Alliance, but you're not supported through the Global Advance Fund. So there's B4T, Business for Transformation. I think that's new for many of us. Could you just kind of maybe explain what that is?
Sure. Business for Transformation is a focus on using business practices, principles, etc., setting up a sustainable business so that it's actually a functioning, working business that's making money, supporting its staff. It's got a purpose and a reason for existing.
But for kingdom purposes.
For kingdom purposes. Okay. And the transformation piece is a specific focus on using the resources that come out of the business and the connection with the people and building community, so that the community begins to transform through the teaching of discipleship, etc., within the business environment.
So, for example, we started an organization called Clothes and Dignity Center, and it is the one that makes masks and does a lot of other sewing kinds of things. Every morning we have devotions. So it starts at 8 in the morning and it goes till about 9. So every morning we talk about God.
Okay.
We sing worship, and so then we, one of the hard things is you have these people that are illiterate, so they don't know how to read or write or anything, and so then it's how do you give them sustainable work? How do you give people who have no skills or abilities, who can't even read or write, how do you give them work that is sustainable?
So you mentioned you have these devotions in the morning. Are all these people believers?
No.
Not all of them, but some of them have made confessions of faith. So we've been walking a journey with these people, a relationship journey for over 4 years. We started with the ladies in the community. We know many of their children. Recently we've started another ministry with the men. So we hired a number of men and we built a welding shop. And we now do the same thing. Every morning we start with devotional time with those men, all of them non-believers when we started. And they work with us now, working to build trailers, furniture, and playground equipment.
Oh, that's neat. So you have 2 businesses for transformation that have been started up in Cambodia. So you're in Cambodia in Siem Reap, and a lot of our people, some of our youth have gone on missions trips to Cambodia, and a lot of us know of Marie Enns, and some of us know her well. Are you new to her, or do you know her?
Yes. So we met Marie Enns in, the first time we met her actually was in Canada in 2000, before we went to Japan. Okay. And then she came to Japan and she helped do she helped launch our ministry there in Japan. And we've had a relationship and connection with her ever since. And actually, we're going out to dinner with her tomorrow night. Yeah, because we're
We can say hello from Cornerstone.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you for doing that. I know some of us follow her on Facebook, and so maybe if she posts pictures of you, maybe we'll see you guys up there as well.
Um,
Hey, is there anything more you wanted to add just before we close off? Okay.
I would just like to add that, you know, it's never too late to serve God. I just had my 58th birthday, and we started on the mission field when
He's older than me.
when we were 40.
Make that
So-
clear.
So, you know, for us, it is our lives now. It is what we live for, and
Yeah. It is cool. It is. There's nothing like walking in the middle of God's will for your life, and I think that it is like there's a lot of purpose and passion
Right.
in what we're doing. We love it. We
Yeah.
really. I can't say it's easy though.
Yeah, and everybody's path was going to look different too. So it was great to hear your story. Yeah. Hey, you mentioned the masks, and this is one of the reasons we have you on here today is because we actually have these masks here at Cornerstone C. You can see the work of your hand symbol there, and so you can. We purchased a bunch of them, and so that money is already supporting their workers there. But if you would like to, by any donation, there's several different colors. So if you need it to match your makeup, you know, that day, we've got also four different kinds. Or maybe you need it to match your eye color or you know what you're wearing that day. So I've got 4 different colors that I purchased, and so if you'd like to do that, it cost us $3. I mean, see, this is amazing, right? But we would just want to ask you to make a donation, and we'll give you information how you do that. And then come to the church. You can get as many different masks as you want, and that will all go to support the work of your hand. And there's a website there you can follow to get more information. But thank you, Darren and Minako, for joining us for a little bit today.
So with the masks, you know that you can put a coffee filter inside. There's a pocket in there, so that if you want extra protection, you can. Yeah. So just so that you.
I thought that was just a second layer.
No, you're supposed to be able to use that to be able to put a coffee filter in there, so that you can get more. You want?
Can I put a used coffee filter? Because then I can smell. I have like the.
Your choice. Your absolute choice.
We know how much you love coffee.
Personally, I would put a chocolate flavored one in there, but you know.
Okay, gotcha. All right, fair trade coffee filter in there. All right, thank you, and it's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Blessings.